I have been uh, reading up on a woman by the name of Kirstie Enos. Kirstie Enos, I'm not sure where she's from, but she used to be in the Marine Corps. She is a veteran now. Um, she had an accident. I want to, when was it? She had an accident at some point and she ended up losing a leg. She lost a leg in the accident. She was a door gunner, uh, and um, since the accident, she has not stopped being active. She is still currently active, as far as like physically, as far as like different events and things like that. So I want to read up on that for you guys and just kind of tell you about her story, or as much as I can, because I only have the information that I was given. I don't have any information other than that. Yeah, I can probably look her up. Her name is Kirstie Enos. I'm going to be reading out of VFW magazine. The quote says, "I can inspire people. Marines active lifestyle dedicated to helping others." So pretty much she is dedicating her piece of the puzzle to veterans, and their issues, right? Their veterans have different problems that they're facing every day all over. And I like what she represents, and I like what she's doing. She ended up losing her left leg in the accident that she had in Afghanistan as a door gunner in the Marine Corps. She was a sergeant at the time of the accident, and yeah, I'm honored to read a little bit of her story for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. All right. So what I'm going to read now is what's on the cover, right? So on the cover, actively helping veterans. Only a year after she lost her leg in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan, former Marine Kirstie Enos was competing as a snowboarder.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Are you doing schoolwork?
Not exactly. I'm actually doing a show, and you're guesting on the show right now.
Oh, okay. Is there a show? Hi.
Hi. So what's your name?
What's this show about?
So right now I'm reading up on a veteran.
Get out of my shot.
So I'm educating everyone on a veteran who lost her leg in Afghanistan, and her name is Kirstie Enos. So yeah, so she was active in the military, and once the accident happened, she continued her legacy by climbing different mountains. So she's climbed Mount Everest. She's climbing. Oh, nobody cares, right? All right, so the point of doing this is just to educate people. You know what I mean? And apparently, that guy has some issues. That guy's insecure. If he is dating that girl, he feels threatened by any other man that's in his spot, and he wanted to make sure that everyone knew that he was there, which is why he reacted the way he did. Okay, dude, I'm not gonna take your girl. Like, I'm over here doing my thing. So yeah, thank you for feeling that I was a threat to you, because I don't care. So that's if you're watching, big guy, somewhere, wherever you are. Okay. All right. So we're talking about Kirstie Enos. Now, I've read upon her story, and man, this girl's incredible, right? She was a door gunner. She was in the Marine Corps. I don't remember reading how long she served. She ended up getting a Pat Tillman Award. I don't know if you guys know Patrick Tillman, but he passed away. He was also a veteran in the military. I can't remember what team he played for, but I think he played for the Cardinals. I don't know if it was NFL level or college, but I do remember hearing about Patrick Tillman. Only a year after she lost her leg in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan, former Marine Kirstie Enos was competing as a snowboarder in the Paralympics Since then, she started a foundation, climbed some of the world's highest mountains, and received ESPN's Pat Tillman Award. Enos says it's all about bringing attention to veteran issues. So the fact that she said that describes most of us in the military. Selfless. We are selfless individuals, and we are selfless as a group. Like, chances are, if we're driving down the highway and we see someone needs help, we're gonna, in some cases, not all cases, we're gonna do what we can to help that person without over extending ourselves. Because I think the last thing you want to do is put yourself in a compromising position trying to help someone who probably didn't really need the help, and that some of you may understand that, some of you may not. It's okay. It's all right. Let's see. Am I going to the next page? I think I'm going to the next page. Let's see. I'm going to read this. All right. So, what's up? I'm educating people on a veteran who lost her leg in Afghanistan. If you'd like to stay and hear the story, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. I'm also streaming on YouTube. If you want to check out my YouTube, it's Payday Robbie Show. Payday Robbie Show. It's in my my YouTube is in my bio. So click on the bio, find the link, and I'm live right now on YouTube. Let's see. All right. So August 2020, Volume 107, number 10. Former Marine helicopter gunner Kirstie Ennis is photographed in October 2019 in Carbondale, Colorado. I don't know where that's at. Never knew there was a Carbondale, Colorado anywhere in the world. Now I know. Apparently, that's where she was when she took the photo on the cover of VFW August 2020. Ennis has devoted her life to promoting veterans' issues by attempting to climb the world's highest mountains. She also holds 2 master's degrees, owns an apparel company, and worked as a Hollywood stuntwoman. She is my hero thus far. So I'm liking everything that I'm hearing about her so far. I think she's attractive, but I don't know how old she is. And she could be married with kids. Who knows? Who knows, right? Hello, thank you for tuning in. What's up? What's up? Hey, I don't know if you want to go live tonight, but if you do, I'm set up and I'm ready to go. But I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to educate people on a woman who served in the Marine Corps. Really awesome story, and yeah, just trying to spread her story a little bit. I'm trying to get to the page where I continue her story. And thank you for the gift, or thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Hey. Morning. I definitely enjoyed being a part of your live earlier while I was at work. It was dope. Definitely. I never liked you back. Oh, okay. So this is her, by the way. So this is Kirstie Ennis. Very strong woman. She lost her leg in Afghanistan, right? But she didn't let that stop her. Me, I'd probably be somewhere holding a sign saying, you know what, feel sorry for me. I lost my leg. But she didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? She's a powerful woman and she has a story to tell. Let's see. All right. So Kirstie Ennis, a medically retired Marine Corps sergeant, poses for a photo during a workout. Ennis was featured on one of the 2017 ESPN body issue covers and was honored at the 2019 ESPYs. I feel like that's ESPN's, but it says ESPYs with the Pat Tillman Award for service. So she has her awards. Climbing for a purpose. An Afghanistan war veteran scales mountains and competes in endurance races for causes important to her. The Pat Tillman Award for service recipient plans to reach the summit of 7 of the tallest mountains in the world during her journey. And I'm rooting for her. 100% I'm rooting for her. She's a badass in my book. Hopefully you guys think so too. In 2008, Kirstie Ennis, who was 17 years old at the time, enlisted in the Marine Corps to serve as a helicopter door gunner and airframes mechanic. Now, already she takes the cake because my job is not that cool. Her job is so much more cooler than mine. Just thought I'd say that. Enos served in 2 deployments in Afghanistan war, the first in 2011, the second in 2012. During her second deployment, her life changed forever. So that's when she experienced that horrible experience. On June 23rd of 2012, Enos was injured in a Sikorsky CH-53 Sea Stallion helicopter crash. So apparently the chopper went down. I think, according to this, she just sustained the worst injuries. Everybody else was fine. She was a part of a Marine Heavy Helicopter Squadron 363 at the time and sustained a traumatic brain injury, as well as injuries to her shoulders, face, neck, spine, and left leg. No one was killed in the crash, but Enos received the most severe injuries from the incident. After dozens of surgeries over the next several years, her left leg was amputated above the knee. So I don't know if you guys saw the amputation or not, but this is her during a workout where she got a photo taken. She was exercising. They got a photo of her, and so I don't know if you guys can see her, but that's Kirstie Enos. All right, like I said, she's a badass in my book. Oh, show. I'm on YouTube as well, so I'm gonna show them too. Yep. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Elizabeth Train every now and again. But the injuries have not stopped Enos from pursuing many major athletic feats on just one leg. A year after her injury, she was training to complete in Paralympic snowboarding events. So I mean, she snowboarding, climbing mountains. Yo, she's doing her thing. Like, she's representing for the veterans, she's representing for the women, she's representing like across the board. You know what I'm saying? She even got me hype. I'm just like, yo, maybe I need to climb a mountain or two. I've done some hiking back in my day, but let's not get carried away, right? No. Okay. After being okay, so this is her talking. Okay, my bad. So in 2014, Enos left the Marine Corps and continued to pursue endurance and outdoor sports. After being medically retired from the Marine Corps, I decided to dedicate my life to serving others in a different way, Enos said. In 2015, from August to November, Enos walked 1,000 miles throughout the United Kingdom to honor 25 Marines who were killed and also committed suicide after her deployments. About every 40 miles of her trek, Enos hung up one of the 25 dog tags she made for each Marine. Her walk also raised awareness for the British nonprofit organization Walking with the Wounded. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but like reading this, I'm just like, yo, this woman's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to hype it up. I don't get anything from this. I don't benefit from this at all. I just, my ears are ringing, and I don't know why. But I mean, I just thought I'd try something new, educate you guys on this, and I don't know, maybe it's one like inspire someone somehow. I mean, in the beginner, she said she wants to inspire people, and she's inspired me, so she's done half that already. Let's see, where am I? All right, so Enos said that on a whim, she started participating in these kinds of events. I knew for sure that I wanted to help others, Enos said. Summiting 7 mountains in 2016, Enos needed to have surgery on her left limb, which resulted in her losing out on a competing in the 2016-17 snowboarding season. So damn, she was even going to go snowboard. I decided that I was going to take on the mountain in a different way. She said, I decided that I was going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. Before I read this, I didn't know what Kilimanjaro was. I had no idea, but now I know it's in Africa. But Enos said she didn't want to climb. Oh, Hello, hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I am doing pretty good. Pretty good.
That's good. I was like, you know what? I'll go live. Like, I was debating on whether or not I was gonna go live today, only because I went live this morning.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like cut it down on the live because people starting to get weird. I don't do weird.
I feel you.
I just do happy.
Yeah.
There's a struggle. Like, and I don't do weird. Like, people start to get like, what is it? Very territorial. Like, to the point they're like, so why you not live? Like, wait, hold on. Like, I have a life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people get carried away.
Like, oh no, that's not what I can do. Oh, okay, cool. Let me start this over.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yep. No, people get carried away on here, but I mean.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I like to call out my people in my life, so I always do this. It's Gumbo! One, okay. Hey, Tony. Hey, love. How you doing? Who else is in here? Rashad, hey. Oh, I love you too. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, people.
So I have a question.
What's up?
It is like kind of like, well, you were reading this information, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was really thinking like, okay, what's the purpose? How did you stumble across this very person today?
Oh, so
that you're reading about?
That's a great question. I love your question, and I told you that earlier in your live. I was like, you asked really good question. So I am.
I sit back, like when people do things, like I really listen. Like people don't think I'm listening. Like I just like to talk shit a lot, but I really don't like to talk shit. I just got words.
I got you. I'm with it.
Hi, recreation. Hey, love. Okay, carry on. I'm sorry.
So
it's not my show. It's our show. Go ahead.
That's right. I see. I like that. I like that. So okay. So my goal is to be a police officer. Did you know that?
Okay.
All right. So
that's still your goal.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was just a thought, but it's the thought that counted. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I've been wanting to be a police officer ever since I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. Before I knew what it was, the older.
You told me about the story yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, so how I got the magazine?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, pretty much.
Where did that transpire from? Like you're like, oh, this magazine is it.
No, well, that's the thing. So here's the thing. I don't care for reading. Like I don't like reading. Like reading is like if I had to choose between a few other things and reading would be the last thing on the list. I don't care anything about reading. I only read because I have to. And I know that's wrong for me to say that. It's like, bro, you do better. But that's just me being real. So as I'm talking to this deputy sheriff, he's like, yeah, I read VFW, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what VFW is. I don't know anything about it. But as I'm walking by, this magazine catches my attention. And I'm like, hey, I don't know. I was just, because, okay. I'll tell you what.
Front of the magazine?
Yeah.
Because of her leg, duh.
Well, no, not exactly. Because it wasn't about the magazine at all. Like, pretty much I do podcasts and I've shared that with you, right?
Yes, hey love. If I call somebody's name out, just ignore me.
No, you're fine.
I just like to make sure they know.
So I was talking to my mom earlier that day or something like that. And basically I was like, Mom, I ran out of content. And she was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I know I like to talk and everything, but every now and again, I don't know what to talk about. I'll just be on my show. I'll be looking at people, look at me, look at us, look at we.
Well, listen, sometimes it's not about what to talk about. Though. Right. Sometimes it's about the people in your life.
Right, absolutely.
Just like you and I, like, we kind of feed off of each other, right?
Yes.
So I think that's most important. Like, when I do dual lives, it's not about me whether or not I can relate to you. I don't care about none of that.
Okay. I like it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
However you are, I'm going to adapt. But I'm always extra. This is who I am. This is how I wake up. This is how I go to sleep. And people will tell you, people on TikTok will tell you, hey, yes, it's Young Leo again. He asked me if I was ready to go live. I wasn't ready, but I was like, oh, okay, let me get ready. Hi, B More. Hey, beautiful. Who else did I miss? Jenny Lee. Hey, love. Hey, Jess. But yeah, so that's who I am. Like when I do dual lives, I end up being like I adapt to who I'm doing a dual live with.
Okay.
Whether it's a 9-year-old kid to a 50-year-old, 60-year-old person, like I just know how to adapt because I love people.
Yeah,
I
same.
absolutely love people because it's the you sit back and they have like this mind of wondering. Like when I teach, I look at every kid individually. So when I'm looking at an adult, when I'm talking to an adult, their mindsets are different.
Oh yeah,
obviously,
absolutely.
There's a point of differentiating communication.
Yeah,
people don't use those terms together, but I think it's important.
Yeah, absolutely. Like so,
thank you. Love you. But yeah, so I think get your mindset out of figuring out what to talk about and fill the room and just talk. That's the most. When you don't have anyone in the room, be Leo. Be Leo. Don't be anybody else.
I like that. But there's a reason this came up the way it did though. So what I want to do is like educate people. You know what I'm saying? I want to educate people, and because like not too many people know about veterans. Not too many people like.
But why though? Why do you want to educate them? So there's a purpose for everything. But why? Why would you want to educate them?
I think education is necessary. Now look, that's contradictory. That's contrary in a way because I don't want to educate my damn self. I don't want to go take college classes. I don't want to do these courses to get promoted. I literally don't care for any of that. But I've been taking courses lately so I can kind of help myself out because it's like if I want to be a cop or if I want to get promoted or whatever, I gotta knock out some courses, and I've been doing that. But I feel like the more people know, like, I don't know. It depends because in some, I contradict myself all the time. Sometimes I feel like the less you know, the better you are. And then sometimes I feel like education is doesn't hurt.
So here's my thing. See,
I was reading your face.
Let's pinpoint this.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm back.
All right.
Okay. Good evening, Leo. How you doing today?
How you doing, Miss Harris?
You doing? No, seriously. Well, somebody just hit a nugget. Oh my God, okay, just kidding. I'm gonna stop my theatrics. Anywho, somebody said ignorance is bliss and knowledge is power.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I think it goes in. I think.
Why did you lower your chair? I'm confused.
I think I was fighting with the table. Somehow my leg was pinned up against the table. I didn't like it, so I was like, let me figure something out.
Oh, that's what you thought about? Oh, okay. Anywho, but yeah, about this statement though, did you have any thoughts?
No, I totally agree. I mean, the like applied knowledge is power because like you can know.
Hold on, pause. I'm sorry. Where did y'all come from? So I'll call everybody out. That's just me. So I'm so sorry. Hi, Brian. Hey, Panther. Hey, Jimmy.
I just went to see a panther today. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree because it's like, I mean, it can work either way because like there'll be times where I don't know much. Like for example, being a kid in the neighborhood I grew up in, the fact that I didn't know much about what was going on around me helped me be innocent. You know what I'm saying? It helped me watch the Disney Channel on TV and not really care about little old lady getting robbed or the police officers getting shot and like because there was a lot going on in my neighborhood. But once I got old enough to start knowing things, then that's where I feel like it was necessary for me to start educating myself. Because it's like if I want to get out of that environment, I gotta put some education behind me so I can give myself an opportunity to get a better vehicle, get a better house, get a better job and stuff like that. So it's like, uh, yeah, that's the best example I can give you.
Okay, so here's my next thing.
Yeah.
The pieces you pinpoint, what's the point of that piece of education?
Oh.
So what I'm asking, let me rephrase. Exposure is everything.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I think it's important.
Yeah.
By the way, y'all, got my nails redone. I'm here. But anywho, exposure is everything.
Yeah.
I grew up with nothing.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Graduating high school, college, and in my master's program. Yeah. No kids. I survived.
Absolutely.
Funny sandwiches. I'm just saying I was the new Subway. Okay.
Yeah.
So my thing is the choices the things you decide to learn. Why those things?
I feel like I can relate to this woman. I mean, like, she's a veteran. I'm in the military. She served. I'm serving. That's one thing. I can connect to her story. Huh?
You're in the military now?
Yeah.
Hey, Tesla.
Yeah, I've been in for about 3 years now, and I got 2 years more to go.
Oh, that's dope.
Thank you.
Somebody here that was, I don't know if she's still in here, but she served as well.
Okay.
That's dope. Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support. Like, I'm actually glad to do it because.
Why did you just lead with that? I'm confused, Leo.
Oh, well, I mean, I honestly, okay. So look, let me tell you this too. A lot of people on here are knowledgeable. They know stuff about me that I haven't even said. Like, they know that I'm military. They know just different things. Like, for example, people come on here. They're like, "How long you been in the military?" And I'm just like, "Who told you that?"
Okay.
And
has anybody asked you why you chose the military?
Yeah, people ask me all the time. Absolutely.
Okay. Here's the next question. Why do you want to educate people about vets?
I mean, because like I said, I think education is it's one of those things. It's a tool. So like once you have it, you could use it. I mean, if you don't use it, that's up to you. But it definitely kind of like knowing more gives you the ability to kind of better be able to react to certain things.
Hold on. I'm about to rephrase the question because I need you to elaborate.
Yeah.
That's it. Eric asked question. Answer. I don't need none of that.
Okay.
We need to go deeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me rephrase it.
Okay.
We're talking about the purpose of a vet. Like, why do you want to educate people about vets itself? Because there's a purpose in doing that work. So first of all, let's take it all the way back. Why did you choose to go into military? Why?
I mean, it was a great way to get training, education, great way to kind of get out of the hood. Like, I grew up in the hood. I've been in the hood all my life. So me joining the military gave me the opportunity to leave and get out of the hood.
Opportunity. That's out of all that you just said, opportunity was the best. Okay, secondly, what do you know about vets? Like, basically.
Like Salt by Jamie Rose. What do I know about vets? I know a thing or two. I know a thing or two. I got you. We're gonna answer. So, I before I joined the military, vets weren't like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think she had a phone call, but pretty much, I trying to figure out. So from what I could tell, vets are not treated properly. You know, I think even in my own perspective, if I mean, they just didn't get the respect they deserve, and they don't get the respect they deserve. They made a sacrifice. You know, they come home, and I appreciate the follow. Thank you. I don't know. I feel like I don't have the response that I want to have, but the response that I do have is veterans have done a lot for the country. You know, they've done a lot for people in general, and I want to be able to like spread that. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat, because I mean, you mind if I go? I don't mind. Yeah, go ahead. That's a good question. Like, I mean, then we could talk about it, and I just pretty much tell you what I think based on what I understand now that I'm in the military, and now that I actually have friends who are out of the military, who are some are doing great, some are not doing so great, you know. And when I see a vet, believe it or not, just don't look like the person that I was supposed to be going live with, so I'm going to not. Yeah, we're gonna not accept that one. Like awareness to inform us vets aren't treated, not treated. Absolutely. Hello, how are you?
Hey. Good. How you doing, babes?
I'm doing good. So I'm trying to be positive and productive. So let me explain. So I think before I joined the military, I didn't really have much education on vets and stuff like that. And it does make sense. Be more too ill, baby 420. Yes, what you said makes sense. Like,
I'm gonna put the phone down while I find something to put on. Hold on.
oh, you're fine. Let me see. So I feel like I respect vets 100%.
I heard you tell Miss Harris that you wanted to educate people about vets.
Yeah.
And so I was curious as to why you felt like people needed to be educated about veterans.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And what don't they know? And like, why is that a cause that's important to you?
Well, it's important to me because I respect vets more now than I did before. And you know, I mean, I see them wearing their hats, and I'll always walk up to them, hey, I appreciate you. And a lot of times they feel weirded out by that because they're like, hey, you serve it now, so why are you telling me thank you? And it's like, well, I'm following your footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to know that the sacrifices that you've made and the step that you've taken to do for your community and for your countries and things like that, it means something to me. Like, regardless if you feel used up and washed out, like, I still appreciate you. Like, you are, well, veterans are, you're a veteran, right?
Yeah. So you don't want to like teach them about veterans. You just want to make them aware that veterans aren't getting the proper respect or
Absolutely.
anything. You don't want to teach them like history or anything. You just want them to know that, you know, the veterans did some good shit and we need to give them the respect.
Absolutely. And on top of that, I think like so now versus then, if I walked by a veteran before, I didn't think to be supportive or anything, but now I walk by someone who served before me or who's not serving currently, and I'm just like, yo, you need anything? You need water? You need a ride? Like, what is it? I got you. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, man, you're good. You know, I'm doing it, and I'm just like, yo, no, if you need anything, you let me know. You know, and I'm just, I mean, and I feel like more people should be like that, but at the same time, I guess we all just have a connection, like. Everyone who served, past, present, future, we have a connection with each other that people who have not served don't have, and I guess that's what's interesting about it.
Okay, because I came in on the part where you wanted to educate people about vets, and I'm like, well, what do you know about veterans like that would qualify you to educate them. But what you want to do is like let people know, look, the vets did some hot shit and y'all need to give them their respect. You don't want to tell them like this is this. Our vets need mental health help or shit like that. You just want them to recognize that these people fought and died for our countries, did something that regular people don't do.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you see them on the street, give them their proper.
Yeah, no, I think that's something I want to incorporate too, is like health awareness, because I feel like a lot of, I mean, I feel like that's a big thing too, mental health awareness, like for vets and for I mean, yeah, I mean, even for currently serving, because when was it? I want to say it was in May. We lost a guy to suicide. We had came back from the field. He was dealing with some things, and he ended up taking his own life. And we didn't know. I mean, I don't know. It was just Friday night was a great night, or it seemed that way. And then Saturday morning, we all get a phone call. Hey, come into work. We got some news for you. And we're just like, what could this be? You know? And then turns out, hey, so like, yeah, definitely. I mean, I've only been in 3 years, so I'm learning new things every day. But the things that I do learn, I want to try to spread that somehow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like TikTok is a great platform for me to just take the little bit of knowledge I have and just kind of give that to people for them to consider to do something with it, you know, because I mean, if I can reach somebody and teach somebody something, then maybe they could take it and do more with it, you know, at some point somehow.
I think that's good. I was just curious. I was like, so what does he want to teach them? Like, you know, do you know a lot of vets? Did you have vets in the family? Because I do have a couple of vets that follow me too. Oddly enough, I don't usually tell people I'm a veteran unless like it's on my license plate and stuff, but it's not something that I just go around telling people because I've been out longer than I was in. So it's not that. What are you? You in?
I'm in the Army.
He's in the Army, sweetie. And so, but I appreciate what you want to do for sure.
Definitely.
Because I get it. Because before I even joined, people with their hats on, I'm like, oh, look at that old geezer, and you don't understand that they didn't serve the real wars. Like I was in during the shit that's going on now, that stuff that's still going on, but they was like out there fighting in the trenches, you know. So I get it. Definitely. I don't feel like I was doing a lot because I didn't go overseas. I just stayed. I went overseas during tours, but I didn't have to go to Afghanistan or anything. But my husband did, and a lot of my friends did. So I see why you want them to be held in high regard, and that other people know that, and your connection to that. So I think that's dope. But how would you promote that on your platform? Like I mean, on a live, I guess you can do that, but like, how do you plan to promote that on TikTok?
So pretty much, I was just gonna tell different veteran stories. Like, I mean, she has a pretty cool story. Her name is Kirstie Ennis. So, I mean, she was in the Marine Corps. She got there was a helicopter crash that she was involved in, and I mean, I was just gonna tell her story, but I was gonna do it different ways too as well, like not just like military, but since I want to be a cop, I was gonna add law enforcement into it as well. And I told a story about a cop earlier by the name of Jimmy Ian, and I was a police officer for about 6 years in the state of California, Stockton PD. He responded to a domestic call where he was ambushed. May not be the word, but that's pretty much how it's described in the report. Is that the moment he got there, he was met with gunfire, and he didn't make it. So I was like, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I just try to.
Okay. So you want to kind of tell the stories and just let people know that, like, even once we stop serving, we still find ourselves in a capacity to serve. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So just like that. So I think that's awesome. I think that's cool. So I think that may have answered a little bit of Ms. Harrison's questions, and then I want to say her other question was, why did you join the military? And I think she pulled out of that opportunities. So
I can answer that right now. I can answer that right now. Absolutely.
Hit me, and I'm gonna tell you why I joined. That way you have
So So I didn't want to join at first, and that, I don't know how that sounds, but I'm just being honest. I'm telling you the truth. So because I wasn't really sure about the idea of becoming an infantryman, and kind of getting into shootouts, and ended up in a really bad position to where I was just kind of stuck. But the older I got, the more I educated myself that, wow, no, there's more opportunities in the military other than just fighting, other than just combat. But the determining factor was, all I need is 18 months of active duty service, and I can go work for Houston Police Department, or I can work for Texas State Highway Patrol, and they'll pick me up. So that was the goal, is just serve the first contract and then go pursue law enforcement. But then COVID hit, and then I was like, you know what? People are getting laid off. People are kind of having hard times as far as holding jobs. Since I'm on a contract, maybe I should sign another one. And then, so here I am now, 3 years later.
So because you joined the military so you could be a cop. So why do you want to be a cop?
So being in the community that I was raised in, there wasn't many black cops. You know what I'm saying? And if there were, you didn't see them. So I was like, yo, I want to be. I definitely want people to see that police officers are good. So, like, I'm not saying that the officers that were not black were bad cops, but I felt like it was harder for them to work in my neighborhood when, like, there was just so much going on as far as like racial tension and stuff like that. But then again, it didn't really change much, because I know some black officers working in my community, and they call them Uncle Toms. And I mean, they're, and it's just like, but that didn't change the fact that I still want to serve. That didn't change the fact that I still want to contribute to my community, contribute to my family. I have nieces and nephews growing up in that community. They're seeing some of the bad influences that are in that area, and it's affecting them. I mean, whether people know it or not, they have to live around it. They have to live in those situations. And it's just like, I mean, yeah, if I could be rich and then pull all my family out of that scenario and put them somewhere in the, I don't want to say in the middle of nowhere, but just away from that type of influence, I would, but that's not an option. So if I could become a police officer and just do positive things in those communities, and also help people, if I like to defend the defenseless, if that makes sense. Like, there would be times where I was in school, and if I saw somebody picking on somebody that was smaller than them, or that was weak and defenseless, I was like, hey, pick on somebody else. And I'm smaller than the dude that I'm talking to. But I mean, what ends up happening is my mouth would get me in trouble. I end up getting jumped, whatever. But I've always had that drive about me that, hey, you're not gonna pick on this person just because they're smaller than you. And if you want to fight me, hey, I'll take an ass whooping. I've taken plenty before. I'll take more. Shit. As long as guns ain't involved, because guns make me nervous. Oh my goodness. I take an ass whooping, but people get to shooting. I'm like, you know what? I ain't bulletproof, so I don't know what y'all smoking. I don't want.
So, as he said, I'm gonna answer it. He said, become a lawyer, you'll help more. But if he can be a cop on the street, he can stop you from even having to deal with a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, the representation, not sending you to jail for some bullshit. You know what I mean? Just kind of dealing with you in a decent manner.
Yeah.
The way you get to even have to need a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he don't want to go to school. He already told y'all that on Miss Harris Live.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe you might change your mind, but from what you said, you don't necessarily want to go to school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think the only reason I've considered school thus far is because for me to become a federal agent, which is, I feel like, I don't know. I just, there's so many opportunities in law enforcement. My dad's a cop. He's been a cop for 17 years. I'm following him too. And well, he's probably the main influence because he raised me. So it's like, I got to see him wear his uniform every day. And I was just like, that's kind of cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Eventually but 60 hours. If I get 60 credit hours, I can work with some of the federal agencies here in Colorado. And that would be so cool, because it's like, I won't have to wear a uniform, wear a suit and tie, maybe wear something like this. You know what I'm saying? Drive a little Dodge Charger.
The goal is like in the community, being a face, being a role model,
Absolutely.
How would that change what your initial goal was?
How would what? Well, okay, the phone kind of cut out a little bit.
Community police officer, local law enforcement versus being like a federal, whatever the federal.
So I feel like I could still be that positive influence. Like the opportunity of like advancement as far as like it being federal being larger than local. I mean I know some guys that work local. My dad works local. He's a constable. I got some friends who work local, and they're like, man, if you can get with a bigger agency, do that. Like we've been doing this for 10 years plus 15 years, go with a bigger agency. And now the ones who my dad usually tells me as far as working a small agency, he's like, go big first. And then once you get a lot of those hot calls, foot pursuits, shootouts, stuff like that. Once you've been in for a while, then you can go to a small agency where it's a bit more calmer. You're probably just dealing with traffic and dealing with more of the I don't know how to word it. It's not hot calls. It's the opposite of hot calls. Hot calls is like everything's like, oh shit, but the opposite of that, everything's kind of chill. Not much going on.
So one guy, he says it's hard being a Black officer. He also said, and you may want to check into this, 3 years after being local or state officer, you can apply for the feds. Then one of my other guys, he retired from the force, 25 years of service. So, I mean, y'all go follow a little homie. If y'all have some advice for him, just hit him up. You know what I mean?
What's
that? Because you sound like a little bit like me. Like you want to do so much, but you don't know. You know what I mean? Like you want to do everything.
Yeah.
But it's together. But definitely, if you want veteran stories, I know vets and shit. But I joined because I'm from New Orleans. I was there in 1999 when it was the murder capital, and I needed to get the hell out of there. And that was the easiest way to do it. I wasn't thinking about no benefits, no opportunity. I just want to go to college, and I didn't want to be in New Orleans. So my reason is a lot easier. Like I gotta go, and that was the easiest way out.
Yeah.
But it sounds like your intentions are in a good place.
What's that?
So just up and then you saying you want to get out, but shit, you might fuck around and do the 20. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
So just take it in enlistment by enlistment because you can, because you're young. You're still gonna be young when you get out. Like my girlfriend's husband, I don't know how long he's been. I don't think he retired, but then he's a constable out here in Houston. So you still, you can stay in as long as you want and still come out, do whatever you need to do.
I grew up in South Park, and like that's pretty much where I spent most of my time. But like I said, most of my friends are still police officers out there today. I came home for leave June. I want to say it was June. I get my months mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it was June. And I got to spend time with some of them and kind of hang out with them and catch up and stuff like that. And I mean, most of them tell me that, I mean, they're hiring, HPD's hiring, which is great. But at the same time, I'm still like, it still hadn't hit me that I'm not in Houston anymore. Cause it's like, I mean, like, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's one of those things where it's like, I couldn't imagine that before, leaving Houston and not living anymore.
Are you in? Go everywhere you want to go. Go everywhere you want to go. And use it as an opportunity to travel if you do nothing else.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna do a job. You can be anywhere and do a job, but you're not gonna just get to go all over the fucking world.
Facts.
As I don't know. I mean, hey y'all. Y'all don't have to be saying nothing to y'all when somebody else talking. I'm just waving. So if I wave at y'all, I see y'all. But no, that's dope. I hate to steal you from Miss Harris, but I heard vets, and I'm like, what do you know about veterans? You know what I mean? Like,
I think me educating other people is me educating myself too, because it's like it's one of those things where I just do my. But matter of fact, my uncle, I got family who are vets and who serves and things like that, and like my connection with them is like the closest thing I have to, you know what I'm saying, like somebody I don't know, you know what I'm saying, like, so me being able to talk to them and then being able to point me in the right direction is It's pretty much all I got. So when they're not around, and I said that, I still feel like I can connect with that person. Like I can't tell you how many times I'll be at a bar, and yes, I'm of age. In case somebody over there wondering, he looks like he 12 years old. Okay, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been at a bar. Somebody walk up to me and they, you in the military? And I'm, yeah, and they, let me buy you a drink or whatever. And turns out this person didn't serve, wherever they serve, and it's like, oh man, like. They know the same people I know. They know my drill sergeants. They know my sergeant. They know this person. And I'm just like, damn, well, that's kind of cool, and we end up connecting. But if you put them where they from and put me where I'm from, we don't connect at all. But the one thing that brings us together is the service, the fact that we serve at some point or another.
He been to 19 different countries. That's hella dope. He's still lame though, right? And then Chef said he got friends who work for HPD, and they also act as private security.
Oh yeah.
So I'm so many different routes to go.
Yeah.
Especially, what are you 20-something?
I'm turning 27 on the 29th. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my birthday. You know what I'm saying? July. I'm a Leo for anybody wondering.
And so. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what you're saying, so I don't even try.
Yo hablo un poquito de español. No, I'm kidding.
But no, man. I mean, you are in the right place right now. Ain't shit popping in Houston. You know everybody dying out here. I'm out here. Everybody dying. Just stay where you at right now. And get your years in service. Get as much school done as you want. No pressure. Go see the world. I wouldn't be back and work for nobody.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Like switch careers and shit too. Like I know people like that went from being a cop to working in a man group. See what they have.
Yeah.
I know your people is police, but don't get stuck on one thing when you have so many opportunities to see so many different things, because it sounds like you just really want to help.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so many, like right now, I work in insurance. I work with dialysis patients. I know I'm helping people. So if you're fulfilled with helping people, see everything.
Yeah.
But want to be out here in Houston, everybody is that.
I was
a 3CO. I was a computer operator in the Air Force, and so Chef. You in the infantry, you said, right?
Nah, I didn't want to go infantry. I was like, they offered it to me, but I was like, no, give me something else. I ended up taking Cav Scout, which is like Cav Scout.
What's that? What's the MOS?
The MOS, 19 Delta, but it's just like infantry. It's no different. So I fucked around and went into something trying to avoid something else.
And then got into it. Okay. So I don't know what it is. 19 Delta, Cap, some shit. I don't know.
Cavalry Scout.
Look, y'all, you gotta say it out. Y'all Air Force. I need a plane, baby. I need it simple and hey man, Code, I see you, sweetheart. But yeah, I mean, I like what you want to do for sure, but you need some focus, young man.
Facts.
You got it that way, because if you don't know where you're going, how you gonna get there? If you know you want to be a federal agent, then start. You're 27. I thought you was younger than that. You old.
Yeah, I'm getting up there. I got 3 more years before I hit that 30. Ugh. I ain't got no kids, never been married, so in a way, I'm taking my time on that too. Cause like my siblings, they got 7 kids.
Too many children.
You feel me?
Too many.
I got 7 kids without me doing anything.
Yeah. So no, man, take your time. Enjoy your time in the service. Travel if you can. Where you at right now? Can you say?
You can say. I'm in Colorado.
Where you up the street? Get your ass out this country.
Facts.
Oh, please. Oh well, not for the feds though. One of my New Orleans cops, he said 35 is the cutoff. 35. You better get your ass up.
I think they got a way for military though.
So I mean, it may be something you need to look into too, because 35, and they got all these old geezers on the force. Get the hell out of here.
Like, yeah. Yeah, if you military, I'm telling you, like they got well, I ain't trying to make it sound all that great or anything, but basically they kind of give a little leeway for veterans. They're like, you know what, you've been in the service, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna sign this document for you saying you good, you know, and they'll bring you over anyway.
Yeah, man, I mean, you gotta figure out what you want so you can know what steps you need to do it. You know what I mean? So you knew you wanted to be a cop, so you joined the military so you can do that.
Yeah.
But now you say 18 months. You in this bitch for years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that plan didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate what you want to do. I appreciate the fact that you want to help people, because so many people be out for stuff like, I can make money doing this, I can make money doing that, and this. It just depends on where you're from. So, and I didn't mean to steal you from his head, because I seen y'all talking before. And I was like, we about to straighten this. What do you want bets for? You don't know nothing about us, son.
Facts. No, I mean, I'm trying to educate myself though too. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's what I learned. The best way of learning something is when you teach it. Like, cause like you learn it and then you teach it, and by teaching it, you learning it that much more. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I do my little podcast. You know what I'm saying? I get on, like, a lot of times. I'm gonna tell you another little secret. So when I do my podcast, I'm just the face, but the person that I'm doing the podcast with is the knowledge. So pretty much whatever they telling me, they telling everybody else. I'm just the face of the, of what's going on. So I'm learning just as much as everybody else.
Well, it's always best to learn. Like, you can't get everything in the book. You know what I mean? You're going to have to get it from them, because, these white people, they do what they want with them fucking books.
Thanks.
So if you the actual person, that's always the best way to do it. So it's good that you learn it from people.
Yeah. But like,
I ain't gonna hold you up.
No, I was gonna say I appreciate you for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Connecting with me, talking to me for real. Like I'm a people person. I think myself and Miss Harris can relate, because like we vibe with people. Like, I mean, at least that's what it seemed. Because I know, but I think first time talking to her was yesterday, and we clicked just like that. And I was just like, yo, your energy, and she was like, your energy, and I was like, well, shit, we vibing then. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, like. And just from that point on,
she's Rosie. I ain't Rosie. I'm like, fuck that shit, okay?
Yeah.
She's like, come on. Nah, fuck that shit. Okay?
Yeah. I'm with it. Hi, Brody. Somebody said, I'm ex-Navy. Get out this country. I'm the been to, okay. 19 countries. Spain is love. I like it.
Okay. Right. They be so impatient when I don't read their comments, they lose their mind.
Oh shit!
But
you should have said that part first.
But I'm like, keep talking to the vets, because we're gonna give you the keys. People that's in, like, maybe your what you call them? I don't know, the higher ups. I don't know what they call them. People I went in the army, but yeah, talk to them. But when you in, you don't know it. Hindsight is 2020. So get to talking to vets, we're gonna run into you. Like, I just had a little homie. He was going to the Navy. He jumped on my live, so he FaceTimed me while he was at, he went to Memphis, into the hotel. I was running into him like X, Y, and Z. All the people in the wish shit like that. My people. What up? Gonna support. So, you got questions, we're gonna answer it.
For sure. I like it. But, and I'm Peyton, by the way. I go by Payday.
What you say, honey?
I said my name is Peyton, but I go by Payday. You know what I'm saying? Payday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I turn up. You feel me? But not too much. Just enough for me to still make it to work in the morning.
Hey, just make sure you make it to work, man.
Yeah.
We want you to your benefits when you get out, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I gotta collect them things, because yeah. Matter of fact, I be going to sick call. Hey, my back, check my back, doc, my back. Ain't nothing wrong with your back. It is. I feel it. You don't feel it. I do. You ask me about my back. You don't tell me nothing.
Young King said he wanted to talk about vets. And I had to what you know about us? So I had to steal them. Miss Harris is requesting my presence, but I'm gonna holler at her for a second because I ain't been on live because I had a cold. So
I got you.
And I'm gonna see what she said. I stole from her, so I'm gonna let her have you back because Miss Harris been live to the wee hours. I mean.
Oh, but look, anytime you see me, you know what I'm saying, feel free to, jump on my live. You know what I'm saying? This me 100% all the time. I mean, like, I done got to the point where I just feel like